What's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about KTA, Keeta the Cheetah. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all for being here, and let's get into it. It is the 29th day of July. Here we are, just below 11 cents with about 8 hours left in the day. KTA went just above 10 cents, 10.4 cents at the low today, and I do believe that we're going to see lower prices. I'm making this video. It's the first time I made a video on KTA in a little while because I think we're getting close to that time where it's appropriate to buy again. Okay, I did sell some KTA literally at the top here. I posted that on X. You can go back to my X and look on March 31st if you can sift through all the noise. We literally called the top to a T. I was ridiculed for it. I was called a silly goose for it. Well, probably meaner names than that, but we haven't bought more KTA since then. I'm still holding KTA. I've got a long-term position in KTA, but this was just like the trading position that I sold. We bought some down here. We literally bought right before this pump, and then we sold right there as well. And I told myself, and I told you guys, and I maintain this telling, that I will not buy more KTA until we're below 10 cents. And people are asking, why 10 cents? Is it like a psychological thing? What's going on? There's no chart history down here. But the reality is this is not the overall history of KTA. There was a existence before that predates this. We look at KTA here on Deck Screener, and 10 cents here is literally at the lows of this consolidation range. I personally don't believe that KTA, and I could be wrong. I could definitely be wrong, guys. I personally don't believe that KTA is going to go all the way down to 1.7 cents, 2 cents. I don't think that it's going to go down here. Maybe we find some support in this knot, but I've deemed it appropriate in my own head, in my own opinion, to start buying around this 10-cent level. And not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but being here at 10.9 cents, maybe it's a good time to buy now. I know I said, and I've been saying that I would wait until we're below 10 cents, but maybe it's time to get in right now. We're dropping here. We look at this on Coinbase, which I believe is the chart that has the exchange that has the most volume that's trading this. Coinbase here, we're dropping almost 8% down today. It's one of the more significant days we've seen recently, and there's not a whole lot of volume. It's a little bit above average, but there's not a whole lot of volume. We're seeing a little bit of a bounce. A little bit of a bounce. I don't know. Maybe we find resistance here and we go lower. If we are to go lower, I don't know if I would expect that we go too much below 10 cents. We're right in that low area. But if we were to go below 10 cents, it is possible. Just be aware, it is completely possible that KTA could go below 5 cents and potentially even below 2 cents. That is a possibility as well. As time goes on, regardless of how low it goes here, I believe Keeta is going to see new all-time highs. I don't care how low it goes. I believe it will see new all-time highs. I believe that we'll see a multi-dollar price, tens of dollars, maybe even $100 at some point. The market cap for this thing is about $63 million. So at $63 million, if you were to see a 100x, that's $6.3 billion. 100x from 11 cents is $11. So at $11, that's $6.3 billion. We could see 10 times that. We genuinely $63 billion. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but this is a coin that is capable of achieving that kind of stature, that kind of market cap. And I mean, that's well beyond a 100x from here. That's like a 1000x from here. So crazy potential, absolutely immense potential. That doesn't mean that it will get there. It's just that it could. Maybe somewhere in between is more likely. Maybe something between $10 and $100 rather than either of those outcomes specifically. But I do believe we'll see new all-time highs. With how deep this thing has gone, assuming that that's the low, which it's not, it's probably going to be a little bit lower, but that will only increase the extension levels. With how low it's gone, next cycle, we could see anything from $3.54 at a minimum to $9.14 at a maximum, and maybe even above there. From the current price, that would be a minimum growth of about 30-something x to about 82x, and perhaps we even see more than that. Again, if we see tens of dollars, something that gets closer to $100, we could see something that's well over a 100x, maybe even a multi-100x before this thing's all said and done. But this is years in the making. This is long-term stuff. This is not like what we got with TBB, right? Where it's a meme coin and crazy things can happen all at once. This is more predicated on what KTA promises to fulfill. If it can make these moves, if it can gain some headway in the crypto space and in the DeFi realm, we'll see investors, large money, VCs coming in, institutions investing, and we'll see developments that correlate to that, and that will help guide what our expectations should be. Right now, my expectation is that we will see something above $10. I personally do expect that. If that's the case, based off these extensions, we probably get to $20 or more. Do we get above $100? It's not guaranteed. It's not a guarantee, but it's possible. It is feasible. Crazy gains, guys. Absolutely crazy gains. And maybe that's not this cycle. Maybe that's the next cycle. But I like Ty Shankty. I like the team behind KTA. I like the project itself. It's one of the more interesting DeFi projects that we have on our radar. And I'm assuming great things are going to come from this. I've got to take a phone call, so I've got nothing else to say. But we're definitely looking to buy. It's definitely a good time to buy. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it might as well be a good time to DCA. I'm waiting a little bit longer. I'm waiting until Bitcoin drops before I start DCing into this thing, but soon enough, soon enough. I'll let you guys know whenever I do, as I always do. Hit that like button, subscribe. Thank you all. Take care.